What's going down, people? How you doing? TK coming at you. Just want to hit you guys with a simple concept of investing today for a better tomorrow. All of your choices that you make right now is what creates whatever future that you're going to live in tomorrow. So the suggestion I always give people is to treat Bitcoin like a savings account. It's the money of tomorrow. It's a more secure transaction because it takes the bank out of your money and it gives you the opportunity to have no restrictions. If you have it in your wallet, you can send it to anyone in the world. That's a paradigm shift from paper money, which has a lot of restrictions, a lot of fees, and basically doesn't allow the same opportunity. So I always try to show you guys my results. My latest post on Facebook shows you how I leverage money from one system into another system to create a future a year from now based on mining Ethereum. So put your money into Bitcoin. $100 every payday will basically pay off later. Put your money into Bitcoin mining, because if you earn coins in the background through mining, you're going to receive a payment daily, and that payment could scale up to replace how much money you make at work if you constantly commit to adding to your Ethereum, or I should say adding to your hash power in mining. You know, start with what you can afford, add to it, have a contract, get to the point where it's at $10,000 in mining, and then you'll see an income return based on scale that you'll thank yourself later. And then also invest Bitcoin. Get involved in Bitcoin investment banking platforms like TCC, like USI, like there's so many, but just take Bitcoin and invest it in a company that's going to give you Bitcoin back, because that leverages buy and hold in relation to how much Bitcoin is going to go up over the next 5-10 years. You want to get into the practice of having a 5-10 year outlook, because that's a more successful way to plan. Somebody asked me a simple question. It was like, you're not very effective with reaching people in your videos, so why do you care? Why do you make videos? And the answer to the question is simply that a lot of people are not exposed to this information. So what I try to do is just present a thought process and hope that you act on it. Now, you not acting on it, not getting involved in Bitcoin, or not even leveraging your paper money into sound money is only going to affect you. The fact is, Bitcoin will continue to run in a cycle, which if you invest now, it's going to multiply later. That's always been the Bitcoin cycle, and it's going to continue to be the Bitcoin cycle because of simple mathematics. It's a supply and demand market with 21 million coins available to 7 billion people on the planet. So as people begin to participate in the market, it causes price discovery, and that discovery is on an exponential trend. So eventually it's going to go hyper. And at that point, the people who participated early will be rewarded. So the only thing I'm telling you is to reward yourself now by converting paper money, which is losing value, into a different form of currency, Bitcoin, which is gaining value. It appreciates over time, and you will reap the benefits. It's not rocket science. It's very simple math. The best thing about Bitcoin is that it opens the door to a trustless transaction within sound money. For the first time in history, we have an immutable ledger that can't be edited, can't be confiscated. So just that in itself is a reason to switch over. Not to mention the instant equity gains that you see in your wallet, because as Bitcoin appreciates, the difference in value is presented based on how much Bitcoin you have in your individual wallet. So if it goes up $100 in one day and you have one Bitcoin, you're going to see that. And that is not true within fractional reserve banking. So with $200 trillion in debt worldwide, the paper money game is not sustainable. And that's not something that, for whatever reason, people are willing to accept or take the time to understand. But I can guarantee you that the house of cards will one day hit a windstorm. And that's where we are when it comes to the paper money game, because of quantitative easing, because of helicopter money, because of theft. Inflation is that grim reaper that basically bends you over and takes 85% of what you make. You know, if you're only keeping 80 cents on a dollar, you're never going to win. So one way to combat inflation is to participate in Bitcoin, because it's a stronger currency that doesn't follow the same rules of fiat currency. You can get in Bitcoin, see equity gains just by buying and holding. If you want to expand that to the next level, buy, hold, get involved in mining, and then also invest Bitcoin. So put those three tactics together and you have a success strategy that goes beyond just having one job, one income. You know, you're combining methods within different platforms, and you're utilizing leverage so that your money actually works for you harder than you had to work to get it. And these are not complicated principles. These are math principles that work in your favor if you implement them and you stick to a diligent schedule of converting. I suggest $100 a payday because that's not something that's going to hurt most people. I'm currently at about $500 every payday. But the methodology in being diligent is what means something, because over time that money accumulates higher than it would if I just take $500 and say put it in a savings account. So hopefully somebody out there listens, participates in the market, and acquire more Bitcoin before people wake up to what Bitcoin is. You know, you should establish a Bitcoin savings account that rivals fiat by far. We're not even at 0.001% market adoption when it comes to Bitcoin, which means 9 out of 10 people don't know what a Bitcoin is. So if you accumulate a large account now, guess what? Your future will not be like everyone else's. Bitcoin is worth $4,500 today. So just think, if you convert $100 worth every payday, you'll participate in that monetary gain. Your future will say thank you, because now you're going to have more financial choices than the average person. So you're trading something devaluing for something appreciating that's gaining value. And it's a stronger purchasing power, which means when you spend Bitcoin on a Bitcoin debit card, less of it comes out of your wallet. That's major when it comes to big ticket items like a large car or, say, a big screen TV. You know, when you talk about buying large ticket items, it's better to do it in Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is a large ticket valuation. So less Bitcoin will come out of your wallet when you swipe to buy something that costs a lot of money. Like I said, simple mathematics. When you switch to Bitcoin, you trust in mathematics. And I'm asking you guys to trust in yourself and participate in the market. You can always contact me if you're interested in what companies to invest in, or utilize the other two methods I mentioned, buy and hold, or open up a $10,000 Bitcoin mining contract.